Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to make St. Louis style ribs when you don't have a grill at your disposal. So if you have a grill, then go ahead and grill it the way we've shown you before in other videos. It's really good that way. But this is an easy way where you don't even have to use the grill. The ribs we're using today are pork spare ribs, St. Louis style. You can see the kind there. And so it's already trimmed and ready to go in St. Louis style. So all you have to do is open it up and give it a rinse, which is what we're going to do. Right in there. All right, now these ribs are best when you do them in the oven if you do a dry rub first. And I've already put together my favorite dry rub, which I make myself from my own spices, and you can too. It's actually easy. All right, so now we have our rinsed off beautiful rack of ribs. Just take a look at that. Nice. So the first thing we have to do is we have to take this little piece off the back of it, and we do that so that everything can soak into the actual ribs for flavor. Let me just see here. All right, so what you do is you take a little piece of it. You can get a hold of one here. Get your knife under it. It's just a little thin layer that just keeps the spice from being able to really get in. So let's see here. Get under it. There we go. Once you get a nice piece of it up, we might be able to even score it down a little further, possibly. All right. Then you grab a hold of that little piece of skin with your paper towel and see how easy it comes off in one piece. That's how we do. All right. So now we're ready to season this gorgeous rib. I like to do it right in the pan I'm going to cook because you're going to spill some of your seasoning, and it's okay for it to be in the pan. By the way, trick of the trade, make it in a pan that you have already put aluminum foil on. Once you're done slow cooking this for hours and all that gets baked into the pan, you're going to be so happy that you just can pull that foil right off and throw it in the trash, and the pan will barely need to be cleaned because you have thought ahead and put your foil down. So good job if you remember. And even though I know I should, sometimes I do forget. It just happens. So I'm going to turn it this way because it's a little bit long to go straight because it's a nice big rack. And we're actually going to start on the other side because we want to end up with the side I just had up. So this was the back that we took that little thin layer off of. We're going to take our seasoning. Our seasoning. I used 2 teaspoons of the dry rub from Weber. That's got a little brown sugar in it. And 2 teaspoons of the chili powder. And everything else was 1 teaspoon of Creole and 1 teaspoon seasoned salt and 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon smoked paprika. That's going to give you your smoky flavor even though you're not smoking it on the grill, even though you're going to do it all in the nice oven. And I did 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, which is a dry mince, and then also, because your ingredients need to be dry for a dry rub. And then 1 of the garlic powder, not the garlic salt, because remember we already put the season all, which is salt. So your dry rub is going to look like this, and we're just going to put it on here, and we just rinsed it so it's a little damp still, so it's going to hold a lot of this. And then we're just going to rub it into the actual ribs so they stick real good and give you all that good flavor. And by the way, you're going to want to preheat your oven to 325. All right, so we got it on one side. I'm going to flip her over and make sure it's nice and in there because it is going to have a lot of juices draining. And you want it in something that'll catch all those juices. All right. Now, if you're making more than one rack, just double your rub recipe because you'll need that. The recipe I just gave you for the rub will only cover one rib, one rack of ribs, St. Louis style anyway. And these are pork ribs, St. Louis style. All right, so I'm gonna give my hands a little rinse. All right, and my oven is already preheated, and we're gonna bake it like this in the oven for at least 2 or 3 hours because I like it really fall off the bone tender. And then when we take it out in maybe 2 hours, something like that, then we're going to put our barbecue sauce on it. It's going to be delicious. So in the oven we go at 325, and enjoy the smells that you're about to experience in your kitchen because it's lovely. Be right back. Okay, it has been 2 hours that our St. Louis style ribs have been in the oven. It smells so delicious in here. I wish you guys could get a whiff of it because it's pretty good. I'm getting ready to take them out and put some barbecue sauce on, and I'm going to bake them for another hour or 2 depending on when they start to fall off the bone. So let's see what they look like. Oh wow, they look good even before I put the sauce on them. Oh my goodness. Pretty good. Oh wow. Let's see if you can get a little close up of that. Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay, so I found in my refrigerator my favorite sauce, which is Sweet Baby Ray's. Both of them were open, so we're gonna get rid of these before we open another one. I don't think we'll need to all of this, but we're gonna go ahead and start with this one. And I like to be really generous with the barbecue sauce. And Sweet Baby Ray is my favorite, really. That one for a minute. Ooh. And I have my handy little brush, and it's real soft. It's just super soft, so you can really swirl the sauce around and get in all the little crevices. Oh, I can already see the bones pulling out of the side here. That's gonna be good. Oh yeah. Okay. So, let me get a little plate and we'll put that back in the oven and see how long before they are just super duper soft. Fall off the bone, tender and delicious. Okay. And we're still at 325. It's just a slow cooking day. All right. And we'll be back in a little bit. All right, the ribs have been in for another hour. Oh my goodness, do they look amazing. Let's just see what we got. Oh, it's making me so hungry. Now I'm gonna get my little tester. And they are hot, hot, hot. Okay, let's hold this down like this. And you can kind of see these ribs. Whoops, let's zoom in a little. I don't think I can do it from this side. I'm not sure. I can see that the ribs are sticking out right here. So let's just see if they're ready. I'm gonna say that they are ready. That's how easily they pulled apart. No knife required. Yum, yum, yum. And lunch is served, or dinner, or whatever you're having. Oh, that just looks so delicious. It's so tender. It's just, you can just pull it right off. I'm so tempted to have a little bite right now. I'm going to let it cool down just a little bit. Enjoy your ribs.